stop what you're doing and please follow this recipe, y'all. It was so good. 100 out of 10, okay? I was like, you know what? I have to share this with the people. So let's get into it. Half an onion, 5 cloves of garlic, 1 red bell pepper, some smoked paprika, um, herbs de Provence. It's a great herb mixture, and some salt in an immersion blender because you got to blend that sauce on up. The sauce was so good. I could probably use that sauce on many things: fish, chicken, like I'm about to show you, a dipping sauce, steak. On some steak, let me put a pin in that because that's gonna be the next video. But anyways, let's get into what's going on currently. I've never spatchcocked a chicken ever, so I was like, today's the day. Okay, I'm gonna get fancy. Um, Word of advice: get some good kitchen shears because my scissors were not doing it. As you see, as you're going to see, it's gonna be a little struggle to figure this out. I was like, you know what? We got to we got to go to plan B because them scissors were not doing it. They're fired now. I got to get me some different type of scissor. So I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? What am I doing? What am I do? I'm gonna start from the top. And look at that, just like butter, y'all. I don't even know why them scissors are still in my kitchen. They let me down. But yeah, we're just gonna take out that backbone. That's why I did that flattening in the beginning to crack it up, I guess. I don't know, y'all. I just see things on the TV and I see things on the internet, and I'm like, I could do that for sure. Get that backbone up out of there. In another world, I probably would have saved it to make nice like chicken broth or stock with, but I was like, I'm already doing a lot. No more side quests, Brittany. Okay, let's just get this done. So went ahead and spatchcocked that. And I'm about to fill her up with this seasoning, okay? We're gonna take off that extra fat. And when you're seasoning a chicken like this, any type of chicken actually, get under the skin, y'all. Because what happens when you take that bite, and we all know, when you take that bite and all the skin comes off, you are just left with unseasoned chicken. So get up under that skin for sure. I didn't know what I was doing here. I was like, okay, I see more bones. Let's get them up out of there. And yeah, let's watch me literally butcher this chicken. But it looks so much better. Um I tasted the sauce before I started putting all my like raw chicken hands in that cup. So that's another thing. Taste your sauce first, taste your mixture first before you just start putting it on your chicken so you know what you're dealing with. Yeah, I when I don't have any like underage for the chicken skin, I'm gonna just cut a hole. As you see, I cut a hole in each wing, and yeah, this seasoning is gonna get up in there. If there's a will, there's a way, and we're just gonna repeat that process throughout the whole chicken. It smells so good in here. I don't know what was going on with this mixture, but it was like it was God made. God sent to my brain because it was smelled so good. It tasted so good. So again, we just gonna go across all the chicken and get that seasoning under every part that I can. The drumsticks are kind of difficult, um, but I did what I could, and that's all that matters. As long as you try your best. So yeah, we got that up into there, and let's repeat for the other side, because we need that taste everywhere. And so that's exactly what I did. Just filled it on up. And yeah, let's just watch and see what unfolds. I'm gonna insert some tunes here until we get to the next portion. Okay, so after I had did everything that I could, no sauce is going to waste here whatsoever. So I'm just gonna get all the sauce that I can off my board. And we're going to pour the rest of that sauce over there. And for this, because I did salt, my mixture kind of like brined in this bath of seasoning and sauce. So I felt that it was perfect. I lifted the chicken up a little bit to make sure that some still got underneath of there because I really want it like submerged. And we're just going to let that marinate for 24 hours, y'all. And then we come back. Oh, I can't wait till y'all get to the next slide. Here we go with 3, 2, 1. Yes. Okay. We're going to bake this thing on up. Unbleached parchment paper, y'all. Again, on this channel, we're just trying to go as natural as we can. If y'all have any other more natural things than unbleached parchment paper, please let your girl know in the comments. But look. I was going past my refrigerator over that 24 hours, just randomly peeking at it, randomly taking a little sniffs. I love to smell the marinade. Does that make me weird? I'm always getting my fiance like, oh, smell this. Like, just so you know what's about to come. And we're just going to use the rest of that sauce to cover this chicken. It was that good. I know you might be thinking like, all right, what more could we do? We're going to take the rest of that, y'all. And when y'all make this recipe, you will understand why I used every single drop. I always see people tucking the wings online. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just follow the standard, I guess, and tuck them wings. I don't do that with my turkey, but the chicken was small enough to do so. So, look at her in all her glory. All right. One last look before we get to the oven. Look at her. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I ended up doing this at 425 for 90 minutes. I felt like that was good. I didn't want a dry chicken. So we're just going to let that cool, let that rest. I'm going to go ahead and get my asparagus in the oven at that same 425 for like 10, 12 minutes. Just salt and some olive oil. You don't need too much because the chicken is the star of the show here for sure. So let's go ahead and pop that in. I also made some mac and cheese. Now look, if I know y'all like to zoom in, that macaroni and cheese had different types of noodles in it, okay? We had some rotini, like garden rotini, and then some other specialty noodle that I had extra of, and it's all gonna taste the same. So yeah, there were different flavors. When it came to cutting this chicken up, I don't know if struggling is even a good enough word because I was like, I know I can cut through this joint here. I said, I'm gonna give up on that side. I'm gonna go to the other side. And was still struggling. So I'm gonna take a break from talking just so y'all can watch me struggle. I had to crack my knuckles and really get into it. This is the best I could do. It ain't too bad. It felt, well, I ain't done. Let me see. Getting these thighs to separate from the drumstick, I'm gonna get better. It was probably my knife. I don't know. But I was like, it doesn't even matter because I'm gonna tear this chicken up once it's on my plate. So we just gonna cut it how it's gonna cut. But I think I did good, y'all. It looks so good and juicy. It was so yummy. So let's get these plates assembled now. Where'd I go? Come back. Oh, yes, I went for the mac and cheese. That mac and cheese was so good. So we're going to do a little bit of mac and cheese. This wasn't baked by any means. It's just a nice, simple cheese sauce. I did Monterey Jack and pepper jack cheese. It was really, really yummy. I actually have some in my refrigerator left over now that I think about it. Those asparagus were so good. They were soft but still had a bite to them. I don't like mushy asparagus, so I just did a nice little al dente asparagus for this one. Let's just watch me plate it up, y'all. I'll be quiet so y'all can enjoy. Even though I knew it was done, me and chicken don't we get along, but not for real. Especially drumsticks. Sometimes chicken just gets too chickeny. If you know, you know, and if you don't, I'm happy for you that you've never had to experience something too chickeny. But yeah, I just had to make sure everything was done, um, and it was so good. We just gonna play this on up. Look, yes. I just want to go back to this day and eat this plate again. If you try this recipe, comment.